Assalamu alaikum students, Mathematics 4024, welcome to Maths Guru. I hope you all are fine. I am fine too, Alhamdulillah. I hope grade 9 students, your preparation is going well. You will be having your assessment on Monday, and grade 10 students, you will be having your assessment on Tuesday, inshallah. This is a question from one of my students on the topic of variation. Since variation is coming in grade 9 assessment, so I thought that I should share the working so that you can take help from this video and you can solve these type of questions. This is a questions from the worksheet which I have uploaded on Google Classroom. It is basically a past paper question from June 2002. So I just want to share the working so that you can take help from this video, and wish you guys all the best in the preparation. So we will start with the working solution. से start कर लेते हैं. First, I am reading the question. The question says that V varies inversely as P varies inversely. Varies means variation. So this is a question from variation, and the relation between V and P, the two variables, is inversely. So I will just start off with writing the mathematical form of this sentence. Since V is first, so I will just write V first, and then varies means proportional. So this is the sign of proportional. And since this is inversely proportional, so I know that in order to write inversely proportional, I have to write P in the denominator. So I will write 1 upon P. The next step, I know that I have to replace this sign of proportional. When this sign of proportional is removed, we have to insert an equals to sign and a constant K. So the required equation will be V is equals to K upon P. This is the equation. This equation is telling me the relationship between V and P. And now the next task is I have to find the value of this K, and I know that after this sentence I will be provided with the two values. The two values is P is equals to 3 and V is equals to 1. You can also see these two values in the table as well. There is a table in the question, and in the table I have to find the two values. First part I have to find the value of V, and in the second part I have to find the value of P. The first two values of P and V are given, so I will use these two values to find the value of K, and then I will proceed on with the first part and the second part. And so the value of P is 3 and the value of V is 1, so I will just put V is equals to 1. In place of V I have written 1, and in place of P I have written 3. So my equation will look like 1 is equals to K upon 3, and I know that this 3 is being divided on this side. It will go on the other side and will get multiplied, so the value of K will come out as 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, so the value of K is 3. I will just put this value of K back in the equation in place of K. So V will be as it is, equals to, in place of K I will write 3 since the value of K is 3, and in the denominator I will write P. So the equation is V is equals to 3 upon P. And now I will use this equation to find out the missing values in the part B. In the first part I have to express V in terms of P. So this is the answer of the first part. This is the expression, or you can say the equation of V in terms of P. So V is equals to 3 upon P. This is the equation which I will be using in the second part to complete this table. So now moving on to the second part, I know that I have the equation with me, that is V is equals to 3 upon P. Here the value of P is given as 5 and I have to find the value of V. So what will I do? I will just write the equation again, and I will just insert the value of P, which is 5, in this equation. So I will write V is equals to K upon P. I know that the value of K is 3 and the value of P is 5. So V will be equals to 3 upon 5, and when 3 upon 5 is divided, V is equals to 0.6. So the first value of the second part is zero point 0.6. So I will just write 0.6 in the table. So this is 0.6. The value of V is coming out as 0.6. Now I have to find the value of P in the second part. Again, I will use the same equation. V is equals to 3 upon X. In place of P, I have written X because I have to find the value of X. So now in place of V, the value is 9. So I have written 9 is equals to 3 upon X. Now I have to find the value of X, and I know that there is an equals to sign. So I will just cross it. So 9 will be multiplied with X and 3 will be multiplied with 1. So 3 times 3 will be 3, and this will be 9 multiplied by X will be 9X. So since I have to find the value of X, so I will just shift this 9 on the other side. So it will look like 3 upon 9, and 3 upon 9 can be simplified as 1 upon 3. So you can write it as fraction, or if you want to write it as decimal, you can also write it as decimal. The value of x is coming out as 1 upon 3, or you can write it in decimals as 0.33.